Hello, I'm George Pandaleon, Mayor of Lake Forest. I hope you and your families are healthy and that the pandemic has not impacted you too negatively. I know we are all looking forward to getting beyond COVID and welcoming spring. I wanted to speak with you today about the Lake Forest Caucus. In my opinion, the caucus has been the most important single factor in providing Lake Foresters with the extremely high quality of governance that we have enjoyed for many decades. There are many reasons why Lake Forest is the special place that it is, and the caucus plays a key role in the success of our city. We have upwards of 700 new families that have moved to town in the past year. Being recent arrivals, they may not fully understand how Lake Forest has achieved its unique position as a well-governed city, while the rest of our state struggles with dysfunctional politics and financial mismanagement. The Lake Forest Caucus is a critical element in our success. The Lake Forest Caucus is, in fact, every voting resident of Lake Forest. We all have the opportunity to vote for 9 representatives from each of our 4 wards, as well as 7 officers, to sit on the caucus committee. The 43 committee members identify, evaluate, and select candidates from among our neighbors to fill all of the roughly 100 positions on the city council, boards, and commissions that form our entirely volunteer government. The committee members serve 3-year terms, ensuring a consistent refreshment of ideas and relationships. They are volunteers recruiting other volunteers to govern our wonderful city. Lake Forest has a strong tradition of volunteerism and philanthropy that is quite unique. The caucus typically interviews several candidates for every position. The top few candidates for each position are then interviewed by the entire 43-member committee. I've done it several times, and I assure you, it is daunting for the candidates. The committee looks for a number of characteristics in a candidate. First among them is a desire to serve the entire city, often for 4 to 6 years, with no specific agenda other than to do what is best for Lake Forest as a whole. They also look for people who collaborate well, have relevant skills for the position, show high integrity, and who have a track record of reliably performing in prior volunteer duties in the community. These candidates are volunteering for sometimes difficult and thankless work for several years without compensation. It can be challenging, so approaching these roles with a true spirit of giving is crucial. Every few years, an issue arises that inflames passion among Lake Foresters. I have witnessed a number of these cycles in my almost 30 years volunteering in the city government here. These issues sometimes result in challenges to the caucus candidates and contested elections. The history is consistent. The issues are invariably resolved and the city moves on after a relatively short period of time. Challengers who have succeeded in gaining positions on the boards and commissions based on 1 or 2 specific concerns are then confronted with a long path of hard work on issues that did not motivate their candidacy in the first place. The original issue often gets overtaken by the broader range of duties. They tend to lose interest and often serve 1 term or less. Many Lake Foresters don't vote in our municipal elections. This can allow a relatively small number of voters to have an outsized impact. So it is most important that everyone who is eligible takes the time to cast their vote. Early voting and vote by mail options make voting much easier than in the past. So please, please vote. The Lake Forest Caucus is all of us. Volunteers recruiting other volunteers through a rigorous, non-political vetting process. The caucus system has served the city of Lake Forest extremely well for many decades and is at the root of our unique success as a community. We all owe a large thank you to the citizen volunteers who serve on the Lake Forest Caucus and on our community's governing bodies. I hope that this brief video helps everyone understand how the caucus works and why the caucus and its candidates are worthy of your continued support. Thank you.